Man. I mean, it's so frustrating. So we've been in conversation with all of these like potential sponsors over the course of the tour, partners, sponsors, all this stuff. And it's hard because like I've done sales kind of my whole life and I've been really good at sales. But now I'm like, it's getting frustrating because we've had a number of like conversations that like going good, and then it goes silent, and then they just like, not gonna work out, and it's just like, what the heck happened? And we just had one. It was a potential sponsor. We were really excited about them, like ton of phone calls, ton of like conversations. They approached us initially too, so like that was like a unique like, oh yeah, we'd love to do something. Wow, this is awesome. And I don't know, it just feels weird now because now they're like, sorry, we're not able to do anything, and it kind of was just like a cold response. And I was like, man, it's so hard not to get even like frustrated in this moment because, like even outside of like getting my hopes up and all this stuff, it's like you wasted my time. Like you like to entertain this and then to be cold about it. It's different if like, I'm so sorry, like we really want to, and like let's keep the conversation open. And it's just like, nah, not gonna work. It's just like, what the heck happened? Um, and we've just had a few that are like that, and it's like, I get it if we approach them. So like, I have a couple bike brands that we're really trying to make work. And we're like, hey, come on, like this would work well. We're pitching to them. You know, I get it if like they entertain the conversation to a point where they can't entertain it anymore. But when it's the other way around, it's just really frustrating. There's been a couple relationships with brands and partners like that since we hit the road. And it's hard because like I want to know what happened. Like what is there something that we can do better to present what we're doing? And this is something that Breck even brought up, is like when we're running our events and doing our stuff, people see it, they get the vision, and that's what captures their attention in the first place. I think a lot of the times is like, wow, I believe in this, I see what you're doing, this is awesome. But then like when we're separate and away from the events, then that's when it's like, I just don't know the worth. So it's like, how can we better present that, I think, to sponsors? How can we better like showcase the offering of what we're offering to these sponsors? So it's frustrating, especially this one was like, it felt pretty confident. It was like, we're gonna be able to make this happen. And I felt like we were talking to the decision maker. And it would have been a good partnership. It definitely would have been something that we would have been able to kind of promote. We've kind of been promoting them already a little bit. I don't know. It's frustrating. I definitely got upset earlier talking with Brett because I'm like, man, what the heck is happening? Just frustrating. It's frustrating because like even like stepping back, like YouTube Kids is so frustrating because it's just not intuitive. There's no tools. You can't use normal marketing tools for like kids content. Like the rules are different, and I think it's for good, but there's not a lot of support for it. And no one understands it too, and so it's just frustrating because, you know, aside from like compromising and kind of, you know, giving into the candy content, if you will, it's hard to really like push it through. And then there's some, you know, there's definitely some political stuff in the industry as well, which is definitely frustrating. And so anyway, I get to these moments and I'm just a little bit discouraged, which is hard for me because I'm normally a pretty optimistic person. So definitely discouraged right now, but hopefully I won't be like this for long. But we had two kind of big blows this week in terms of like sponsorships and opportunities that felt, man, it just felt like it was, I don't know. So anyway, bummer, but gotta keep these wheels moving. So